Welcome to Business Sherlock, where we investigate the most intriguing corporate mysteries of our time. Today, we're examining a case that began with a sink. On October 26, 2022, Elon Musk walked into Twitter's San Francisco headquarters carrying a porcelain sink. He tweeted a video of this odd entrance with the caption, "Entering Twitter HQ. Let that sink in." This pun-laden spectacle wasn't just a billionaire's idea of a joke. It was the opening act of one of the most dramatic corporate takeovers in recent history. Musk had just acquired Twitter for a staggering $44 billion, and he was about to turn the company on its head, or should we say, down the drain. From sink jokes to falling stock prices, from mass layoffs to controversial policy changes, the Musk-Twitter saga has been anything but ordinary. Today, we'll dive deep into this corporate mystery, exploring how a simple tweet evolved into a multi-billion-dollar deal and what lessons it holds for marketing and business enthusiasts. Twitter, launched in 2006, was more than just a social media platform. It was a cultural icon. For years, it shaped global conversations, with 140 characters defining the way we communicate in real time. Twitter was a brand that had built equity, not just in its user base, but in its symbolism as the digital public square. Fast forward to 2022. Enter Elon Musk, a man with a vision, one that would bulldoze through 16 years of organic brand building. What followed was a corporate drama that would make Shakespeare proud. Musk's takeover attempt was met with resistance from Twitter's board, who adopted a poison pill strategy to fend off the billionaire's advances. The plot thickened when Musk attempted to back out of the deal, citing concerns about the number of fake accounts on the platform. Twitter's board, seeing the potential for a lucrative payday, sued to enforce the agreement. For months, the business world watched as Musk and Twitter engaged in a legal tug-of-war. Finally, in October 2022, faced with the prospect of a lengthy court battle, Musk relented. The deal closed, and Twitter became his for $44 billion. That's a price tag that suggests a deep responsibility to safeguard brand equity. Instead, Musk seemed more focused on remaking Twitter in his own image, and that's where things started to fall apart. Musk's takeover strategy wasn't just bold, it was reckless. He promised to authenticate all humans, defeat bots, and make Twitter the digital town square. But the problem with impulsive leadership is that it rarely takes into account long-term brand health. Twitter had built its identity on trust, reliability, and safety, especially with its content moderation. But Musk threw all that out the window when he fired half the staff, including CEO Parag Agrawal and the content moderation team. Here's the marketing insight. When you disrupt the very foundation of a brand, especially one built on public trust, you're playing with fire. Content moderation isn't just a technical feature. It's a core part of what made Twitter safe for users and advertisers alike. Remove that, and you start to erode the very thing that built Twitter's success, its reputation. As Musk swung his axe, Twitter's ecosystem began to unravel. Major advertisers like Pfizer and Audi fled, fearing reputational risk. That's the thing. Advertisers don't invest in platforms, they invest in brand safety. They want to be associated with reliability, consistency, and a positive public image. But as content moderation fell apart, so did the trust that advertisers had built with the platform. And it wasn't just advertisers leaving. Users who had relied on Twitter for trustworthy content began to jump ship when it saw an uptick in conspiracy theories and polarizing content. Platforms like Mastodon saw unprecedented growth as users looked for alternatives that could provide the safety and community they once found on Twitter. By mid-2023, Twitter, now X, had lost 40% of its revenue. That's $456 million in one quarter. But more than the financial loss, it was the hemorrhaging of trust that left X in a precarious position. Here's where things get even stranger. In July 2023, Musk decided to rebrand Twitter as X. Now, rebranding is always a risky move, especially for a platform with as much brand equity as Twitter. The Bluebird wasn't just a logo, it was a cultural icon. Rebranding to X wasn't just a name change, it was a dismantling of the brand's very identity. Brand equity is built over time, And changing it so drastically without a clear strategy risks alienating your most loyal users. Imagine if Coca-Cola suddenly rebranded as Sugary Drink X. It's not just confusing, it feels like a betrayal to the consumers who have built a relationship with the brand. And that's what happened here. The rebrand stripped Twitter of its core identity, leaving users frustrated and disconnected. The financial consequences were catastrophic. Fidelity, one of Twitter's major investors, slashed the valuation of their X investment by 80%. That's not a haircut. That's a full-body wax. Investors like Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal and Twitter founder Jack Dorsey saw billions evaporate. But why does this matter for the average user or marketer? Because it highlights the importance of brand management in protecting long-term value. When you damage a brand's reputation, you're not just affecting today's profits, you're putting its future at risk. In business, share value isn't just a reflection of revenue, it's a reflection of trust. And Musk's erratic decisions caused a rapid loss of trust, both from users and investors. It's a stark reminder that when managing a brand, especially one with the cultural influence of Twitter, every decision counts. One misstep, or a series of missteps in this case, can cost billions. So, what does the future hold for X? Can it recover, or has Musk's overhaul permanently damaged the brand? Rebuilding trust is going to be an uphill battle. Advertisers need to be convinced that X can offer brand safety again. Users need to believe that X can regain its place as a trustworthy platform. And the company itself needs to figure out what its identity is moving forward. Musk's dream of creating an everything app is ambitious, but without strategic brand management, ambition alone won't be enough. X has a long way to go before it can rebuild the brand equity it once had. The question isn't whether X can survive, it's whether it can thrive. And whether the journey ahead for X will be good or bad, one thing is for certain, it won't be boring. So what will the future hold for X? X-citement or extinction? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. After you've let this video sink in, hit that subscribe button to stay on top of what's trending in the world of business.